This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for December 19th, 2024. Arch Enemy have revealed plans to tour North America behind their forthcoming new album, Blood Dynasty. The tour kicks off April 14th in San Diego and wraps up in Milwaukee on April 18th. That includes the only New England stop in Worcester, Massachusetts on May 3rd at the Palladium. Claudio Sanchez, the vocalist and guitarist from Coheed and Cambria, is set to release his new Claudio Covers EP this Friday, December 20th. Included in the 8-track EP, a cover of The Cure's Just Like Heaven, a Taylor Swift cover of Welcome to New York, Your Love from the Outfield, Pompeii by Bastille, Under the Milky Way by The Church, the Smashing Pumpkins cover of Stumbling, Sister Christian from Night Ranger, and There Is a Light That Never Goes Out by The Smiths. A slate of 25 films have been chosen for their cultural, historic, or aesthetic significance as part of the National Film Registry's annual selection to preserve America's cinematic history. As part of the Library of Congress, the National Film Registry has selected for preservation Annabelle Serpentine Dance from 1895, Pride of the Yankees from 1942, Invaders from Mars from 53, The Miracle Worker from 62, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974, Up in Smoke from 1978, Star Trek II Wrath of Khan from 82, Beverly Hills Cop from 1984, Dirty Dancing from 87, My Own Private Idaho from 1991, Spy Kids from 2001, No Country for Old Men from 2007, The Social Network from 2010, and more. There are now 900 film titles within the National Film Registry, according to the Library of Congress. Vocalist Emily Armstrong has shared via Instagram a story of an addition to an existing arm tattoo, which now reads, "In the End," referring to Linkin Park's classic song. The original song by Linkin Park has been streamed more than 2 billion times on Spotify alone. Dave Grohl's daughter, Violet Grohl, is set to release her debut album in the near future, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Dave Grohl's eldest daughter has been incredibly committed to making full use of the studio space she received as a birthday gift from her father. Slash from Guns N' Roses jumped on stage with the Allman Betts Band. It happened Monday night at Nashville's Ryman Auditorium. Coming on the stage late in the second set, he delivered a blues-heavy shredding on the Muddy Waters song Trouble No More. He also performed the guitar solo on Dreams and traded solos with pedal steel virtuoso Robert Randolph. He also closed the set with his own take on 1969's Whipping Post from the Allman Brothers Band's self-titled debut album. The annual Monsters of Rock cruise has announced their lineup for 2025, including Tesla, Michael Schenker, Crocus, Extreme, Winger, Stephen Pearcy from Rat, Queensryche, Michael Monroe, LA Guns, Slaughter, Vandenberg, Faster Pussycat, Lynch Mob, Vixen, and more. The 5-day, 5-night full-ship music charter will set sail March 10th through the 15th aboard Norwegian Cruise Line's Norwegian Joy and will depart from the port of Miami, Florida. Bob Slim Dunlop, the guitarist from The Replacements, has passed away at the age of 73. According to the Minnesota Star-Tribune, he died at home in Minneapolis on Wednesday. He had suffered a debilitating stroke back in 2012 and had been ill ever since. His family confirmed his death, saying, quote, "Bob passed at home today at 12:48 p.m. surrounded by family. We played him his Live at the Turf Club Thank You Dancer CD, and he left us shortly after listening to his version of Hillbilly Heaven." Once one of America's biggest record store chains, Sam Goody, has announced it will close its final 2 brick-and-mortar locations. One is in the Ohio Valley Mall in St. Clairsville, Ohio. The other in the Rogue Valley Mall in Medford, Oregon. Susanna Hoffs and Elvis Costello celebrated Keith Richards' 81st birthday yesterday by dropping an unexpected Rolling Stones cover. Susanna Hoffs saying, "We both wanted to do the Keith part, but I won." They released a cover of Connection to mark the guitarist's 81st birthday. Connection originally appeared on the Stones' 1967 album Between the Buttons and found Mick Jagger and Keith Richards sharing lead vocals. Elvis Costello saying, "What a gas to sing with Sue again. I'd be the Keith to her Mick any day." And film director Rob Reiner is giving us an idea on what the key members of Spinal Tap, David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell, and Derek Smalls, have been doing since they disbanded after a one-date world tour back in 2009. Speaking to the film magazine Empire, Reiner said, "Nigel has been running a cheese and guitar shop in Berwick-upon-Tweed. He's been performing with a local folk band in the village that play penny whistle and mandolin, and he plays electric guitar with them." We show a little clip of that. David St. Hubbins has been living in Morro Bay, California, and he's been writing music for podcasts, particularly this one true crime podcast called The Trouble with Murder. He also writes music that you hear when you're on hold on the phone. And Derek Smalls is living in London, and he is now a curator of the new Museum of Glue. He's curated glue from every country in the world, the whole history of glue, and he shows me around. He's also been performing with a Philharmonic Orchestra, and he's written this kind of symphony about the fact that the devil wears a bad hairpiece. It's called Hell to Pay. Planned to coincide with the 40th anniversary of the original film, Spinal Tap 2 will reunite the band for the first time since the trio performed an acoustic set at the 2019 Tribeca Film Festival. Rob Reiner will also reprise his role as mockumentarian Marty DeBurgi. Rob Reiner also confirms that both Paul McCartney and Elton John have filmed cameos for the movie, which began filming in February. Lars Ulrich from Metallica also makes an appearance. He confirmed that a soundtrack album has been recorded, which features contributions from both Paul McCartney and Elton John, as well as new songs by Spinal Tap themselves. The release date for Spinal Tap 2 has yet to be announced. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 237, featuring Cody Hansen from Hinder, is available now.